Whoever doesn't take the first step stays stuck at the door. Let's step outside, a measured step, a misstep, a step too far. Step by step. Step aside, keep in step, baby steps, a giant step, a decisive step. With steady steps, you cross the mountain. Yes, with steady steps, you cross the mountain. Welcome, pilgrims! Time to dust off the Fitbit or maybe the old Wii Fit balance board. Come on, that thing was epic. Today we talk about walking. The Jubilee is something we have been reaching step by step, and soon we'll walk together through the holy door, and yes, we will walk a lot. A spiritual workout starting from the legs. But first, the basics. What does it mean to walk? Is it just a sequence of steps, usually in the same direction, sometimes toward a defined destination? What is a step? The inevitable result of the previous step, or the reaffirmation of a choice made many steps earlier? Is it a stumble into the unknown, or a stride taken with intent? Is a weary step the same as a steady one? What about walking uphill or downhill? Mud vs pavement? Towards the right direction versus being lost? To get ready for our path, let's line up 11 great spiritual coaches. Each asked why we walk, why we don't stand still, and why discernment happens on the road. And trust me, bro, we are about to max out your spiritual game. Coach 1. Saint Augustine, known as Doctor of Grace, basically invented time management in late antiquity. While the Roman Empire was falling apart, he offered an existential answer to restless souls. In Book 11 of the Confessions, he explains time as an interior phenomenon. 3 presents. Presens praeteritorum memoriae, the present of past things, memory. Presens presentium contuitus, the presence of present things, attention. And presens futurorum expectatio, the present of future things, expectation. The soul is stretched over the 3 of them. This causes dissensio animi, a restlessness of the soul that persists until we finally stretch toward God. Prayer, psalm, liturgy, even music are daily practices that train us to walk in faith. Ambulate in caritate, walk in charity. For Augustine, every creature has an inner force, the pondus, its weight, that carries it to its natural destination. Pondus meum amor meus, my weight is my love. The destination we tend to is God, and the peregrinatio is rhythm and prayers towards it. If love is the way that moves us towards good, then being lazy in love is bad form at the starting line. Remember, good posture is the base of any serious workout. Number 2 and 3. John Cassian and Benedict of Nursia, the coaches of monastic routines. Cassian brings the desert father experience to the West. He reads the movement of the heart, diagnoses the daytime vices, including acedia, spiritual boredom that kills rhythm, and prescribes remedies, stability, psalmody, work. The core idea: protect your spiritual gains with gentle, constant discipline. Benedict picks up on the same trail, ora et labora, pray and work. Think of him as the coach who bans binge workouts. He says, daily reps, bro. Yes, the road is gradual. You don't hit the spiritual gym once and max out. That's how you pull a muscle. You need a fitness plan, a credible structure of progress. His rule emphasizes stabilitas loci, stability, conversatiorum, conversion habits, and obedientia, the obedience. For him, the way to God is through small repeated actions that align the heart. Consistency over intensity. Abs don't come from a once-a-year fitness session. Number 4. Gregory the Great is basically the team nutritionist. Monk and then Bishop of Rome, in an age of crisis, plague, famine and invasion, he reflects on faith in daily life. In the homilies of Ezekiel, he says that scripture is food for the road, bread for the traveler. You read to guide your steps, not to hoard information. Count your macros. Read to be nourished. Don't binge eat. Immorality on job, daily fatigue itself becomes purification. In the pastoral rule, he recommends small repeated acts of care that soften the soul. His message: keep your spiritual diet balanced and regular. Don't starve yourself, don't gorge. No crash diets. When grace inhabits habit, the good becomes stable. And here comes the mental coach. Number 5. Thomas Aquinas, the angelic doctor. Formed at Monte Cassino in Naples and Paris at the summit of medieval thought, he blends Aristotle with Christian theology, builds a systematic theological method, the Summa. In the Summa, every question is broken down in objections, answers, and replies, a systematic model of rational critique that still shapes our culture. Aquinas distinguishes between reason and revelation, each with its proper light, and translates the path into the language of habitus. For him, evil is something in which perseverance comes too easily, and virtues are habits of the good, built with repeated choices that form character. Hope is a strict virtue, desire for a future good that sets your feet moving towards it. He names the human condition as viator, the traveler, living in the present, still on the road towards God's vision, a pilgrim on earth. In contrast, he calls comprehensor the blessed in heaven, who has reached the vision of God. No cutting corners, no skipping legs day. We are all still training, all still walking. Smartwatches, protein shakes, branch-chain amino acid pre-workout powders with labels that might as well be written in Aramaic, fat-soluble and water-soluble vitamins, energy bar tasting like cardboard, and energy gels that glow in the dark, detox teas that promise to cleanse your soul as well as your liver, hydrolyzed collagen, spirulina, ginseng, and omega-3 from krill and fish that never swam anywhere near Galilee, whey protein isolate concentrated, and even transubstantiated goji berries beatified by an Instagram influencer, and of course, the vibrating bell that promises abs in 6 days, faster than the creation itself. Saint Francis is the minimalist coach, the one that strips you back to essence. He teaches that the only true supplement is joyful poverty, the only true protein, fraternity, the only real equipment is a free heart. He reminds you that strength does not always come from adding something. It often comes from letting go. Less gear, more prayer. He grows in a mercantile Italy and chose another way, minority and itinerant poverty. He called his brothers pellegrini et advene, pilgrims and strangers. Pilgrim and stranger does not mean alien to the world, it means free within it. In the rule, he invites them to go for alms with trust. It is not aesthetic of poverty. It's a method. Drop excess weight, attachments, gimmicks, drop craving for control so that there is room for love. Friends, stranger, pilgrims with light backpacks and big hearts. What weighs you down isn't your spare charger or the extra pair of socks, but resentment, excuses, and the habits that chain you. Drop that weight, and the heart will move freer. Objects often mirror inner movements. The outer road points sometimes, quite often, to an inner one. Fewer encumbrances, more readiness to meet, listen, and serve. So light backpacks, more love, big gains. So how to resist through the road and its hardships? Coach number 7, Ignatius of Loyola. He is an ex-soldier turned mystic, and he is our boot camp coach. Once wounded at Pamplona, convalescence forced him to read the Gospels and Saints, and this turned him around. His spiritual exercises are basically a 4-week training program for the soul. Progressive meditation, imagination, repetition, and review. On pilgrimage, he develops a field method for choosing well, a simple grammar to make inner experience legible and turn it into discernment oriented to God. 2 keywords and 3 golden rules. The keywords: consolation, movement toward greater faith, hope, love, and charity. Desolation, movement toward confusion, discouragement. The golden rules: don't change course in desolation. In consolation, take notes. And when hard times hit, add prayer and practice self-care. We walk in bright hours. We stand firm in dark hours. Now, here are 3 pocket questions for you, pilgrims of hope. What increases life in me today? What narrows it? Where does the step lead? Time for coach number 8, Teresa of Ávila, reforming Carmelite and Spanish mystic. She is the coach for endurance athletes and obstacle training. She prepares you for the journey of the soul, not a sudden sprint, but a champion-level obstacle course. 7 stages, no skips, no cheats allowed. To guide her sister, she uses simple, vivid images an interior architecture. The soul is a castle with 7 rooms to be crossed. You enter through the door of prayer, and in the first you struggle with distractions, confusion, and the pool of sin. In the second room, the determination begins to grow, and in the third stage, virtues and devotion increase, but so does the risk of basking in your own progress. From the fourth stage, the mystical life begins, and in the fifth, you prepare for the spiritual marriage. Sixth room brings harsh trials and suffering, but finally, in the seventh, there is a stability that overflows into concrete works, spiritual marriage and charity. No jumps, no shortcuts, it's the stages themselves that strengthen you. Pilgrimage demands rhythm, determination, and adaptability. Now, time for coaches 9, 10, and 11. We needed a team name, and John Paul II gave it, Pilgrims of Hope. In his catechesis, he insists that hope is active. Active, not passive, a force that sets history back in motion, strengthens the heart, resists despair. As he wrote in Spe Salvi, we are not saved alone, but together. And Pope Francis connects being pilgrim with the joy of the gospel, mercy, and the synodal spirit. Walking together, diverse but united, a team that does not leave anyone behind. And today, Pope Leo XIV is the living voice of this Jubilee. His words inspire us to walk through the holy door as an act of freedom and renewal, courage and faith. He is the coach of the present. Wrapping up, the Jubilee is a passage. We cross the door to say, from here I start again. This tradition has endured for centuries because it brings order to restlessness, protects the step with discipline, nourishes the heart with steady practices, lightens the load with freedom and poverty, recognizes our human condition as travelers, trains us to read the inner signs, respects gradual growth, and fills it all with hope and humility. Today, Pope Leo encourages us to walk with faith. One small step for each pilgrim, one great step on the shared journey. For LGBT believers and families, the news is simple. We walk as we are, with our gifts, our identities, our love, no separate lines, same road, same grace, Christians from across the world, one journey, one faith. And when you stand at the holy door, remember, it's not the finish line. It's about the courage of taking a step today, proud of yesterday, and ready for tomorrow. That's all, friends. See you in Rome with honest steps and peaceful hearts. And remember, pray strong pilgrims!